Hello everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Fresh and our Orc Hunter. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we are taking on the Barons once again, but starting in Ratchet this time around. The general plan is to start with the pirates to the south, and then head north to take on the Silver Lion using the horn within our inventory, then further north to deal with the Venture Company, and then finally we'll head west to take on the Harpies within the Dry Hills. Let's see how far we can get, and let's get things started with those pirates. The Merchant Coast is typically very packed around this level range. So we'll see how well we do, we'll see how many hyperspawns we can get. Things have been pretty good so far in that department. Even from a solo standpoint, I feel like we haven't had to wait for too long to obtain a quest objective of some kind. Plus these quests are decently quick, so players should be in and out at a reasonable pace. Let's keep our eyes peeled for Baron Longshore in particular. It's the only named NPC we're going to need, and probably going to be the toughest objective. Everything else should go down quite easily. Also looking to see how our pet utilizes his 3 abilities that he has now. Interested to see how the focus management goes. I've done a lot of research online and kind of just heard some things from other players on like what they typically do with their pet abilities. Some use a full manual, some use certain abilities are on auto, but others are on manual. Trying to avoid pressing the abilities manually kind of all together, except for maybe Growl, especially like when we're in dungeons or something. That's of course fine, but I'm hoping the order in which the abilities are displayed on our pet's bar is the order in which our pet is going to prioritize those abilities. Maybe we can open up details as well and just kind of get an idea of when our pet is using certain abilities. That last fight, for example, I think our pet did utilize Screech, but I don't see Bite on here at all. Oh, there's Baron Longshore. Let's send in our pet. We're going to be pulling a lot of stuff in here. Go ahead and grab the Cannoneer from him so that he's not too bogged down. Let's try to take the Brigand as well. Splitting the damage between ourselves and our pet is going to be key for big pulls like this. Let's use a potion here. I think we're going to need it. And yeah, as expected, the spawn rate is pretty ridiculous around this area. See if we can quickly loot the Baron, make sure we get his head before we pull out of this spot. Yeah, oh my god, this is a little bit too intense. Did just lose our pet. Let's go ahead and eat some buff food and get our mana back as well. Gonna need to restock and get some different water. Let's upgrade to the cold milk at the very least. This refreshing spring water is just not cutting it anymore. And with that, we have hit level 17. Another point into lethal shots. It's starting to get hard to loot these corpses. How often these pirates are respawning. Yeah, I'm glad we finally got to this quest line in particular because some of these enemies are going to start to become gray very, very shortly. Looks like we're good on the brigands, and we need 2 more cannoneers. I think we should be able to find those on the way back in some open space. Let's get away from these tightly condensed packs. Kind of taking a look at how much damage we're getting from both Bite and Screech. And I feel like maybe it'll depend on like what level we're currently at and what level our pet is currently at. You know, because we're going to get a lot more ranks of Bite than we are Screech. I think there's a bigger gap in between the next time we're actually going to get, you know, each rank of Screech. Right now, it's like Bite does like slightly more damage. And Screech also has the added benefit, of course, of reducing the melee attack power of all the enemies in the area. It's like I almost don't know if we need Bite, you know, because Bite also has a cooldown. I suppose the fact that it has a cooldown means that it's probably fine that we just keep it on auto, though. I don't know if it's really... I can't really tell if it's causing any issues right now with, like, for example, how many times we can use Growl. Because we do want Growl to be used on that 5-second cooldown in order to maintain the threat. I suppose things are going fine for the time being, but if we start like losing aggro for whatever reason, we may have to try keybinding Bite to something else and using it a lot more sparingly. Alright, we're done with the pirate-related quests. We're going to go ahead and turn these in. We'll see what the follow-ups are. We'll see what the level ranges are. We might not have to go back out until, you know, if and when we decide to take on the Guns of Northwatch. Guess I should have stopped at the inn to pick up that ice-cold milk. Probably going to need some food soon, too, for our pet.
Hey there, just passing through.
Hello there, Gazlo.
Keep it quick, kid. I ain't got all day.
Alright, we picked up the ledger. We just have to pass that along to Wharf Master Dizzywig. I think the follow-up is going to send us south again, but like I said, maybe we can hold off on that until if and when we decide to do the Guns of Northwatch. Not going to need every single quest
Keep it real.
for this level range at least.
Have a good one.
Alright, let's go up to the inn real quick before we head back to Gazlo to turn that in.
Potential customer.
Alright, so let's sell our refreshing spring water. We'll pick up a stack of milk just in case. Probably not going to need it. Need that much at least, but that's okay. We're going to vendor the pearl because it's not going to really be worth that much. Not for a while. And it looks like we got fish here. That's not going to cut it for us, unfortunately. Let's see if there are any other vendors within the inn. Don't think so. I think we'll be fine with the 10 mushroom caps, at least for the remainder of the episode, but we're definitely going to have to pick up some more. It actually works out pretty well because we're going to be going to Silverpine in the next episode, and the Sepulchre has a mushroom vendor there that we can utilize.
Welcome to Ratchet. Hope you're looking for work.
Yeah, we'll ignore this follow-up for the time being. It doesn't have any meaningful rewards for us anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it. I could pick up the Raptor Horns quest and start taking out raptors. You know what, let's do that, because this is actually going to be the perfect area for it. We are level 17 now, so we should be on par with the Scythe Claws that we're going to run into as we head north. We're also going to be running into scythe claws as we head west towards the dry hills as well to take on the harpies.
Talk to me. Glad I could help.
So let's grab raptor horns. We're going to head up the hill here, and we're going to start going north. We'll start working on taking on the raptors along the way as we make our way up to Echiyaki to obtain his hide.
I got what you need.
I imagine by the end of this episode, we're going to have a ton of cloth and leather to work through once again. Definitely enough cloth to push us to level 80 first aid, and then we can pick up wool bandages for the first time. We're going to start picking up a lot more wool too. It's very possible we'll get some as we look for the Cat's Eye Emerald up north. Got a couple of raptors over here. We'll start using our bandages for our pet, just so we can save some mana on Mend Pet. Which at the moment, rank 1 is pretty inefficient as well. Once we get rank 2, which probably comes around level 20 if I had to guess, it's going to be a bit more useful. I think we'll just save Mend Pet for when we're in combat and our pet desperately needs some sort of healing. Otherwise, we'll use the bandages. Alright, that's going to do it for our first set of raptors. We did collect 2 horns. It's not bad. There's going to be more up north, right around the sludge fen and on the way to the dry hills. So our next objective is going to be Echiaki, collecting that hide, and then we'll head up to the Venture Company area. We've crossed over the main road, and we should be pretty close now. I'm actually going to start to keep a couple of light hides because we've only got like 2, I think. There might be 1 or 2 other recipes that we'll need it for. Not sure yet. Alright, the hide is now in our possession. And now let's wrap around the mountain over here. We should be able to find some raptors along the way. The raptors and the barons do share spawn locations, I think, with other, plains striders specifically. Meaning that every time you kill a raptor, or a plains strider in this area, there's a chance that it could come back as one or the other. And since at this point and in this area, people typically don't need plains striders anymore, you typically see a lot more plains striders as a result, because people are only trying to kill the raptors. But we'll see. We'll see how many people have traveled in this direction. Some people will go around the mountain the other way to deal with Samaflange first. It says we're in combat with something. I'm not sure what that's about. I guess we'll just press forward for now. We've basically made it all the way around the mountain. Since there are so many hyperspawns and whatnot, I might actually kill some of these ornery Planestriders. Just to see if we can spawn into some additional raptors while we're in the area. See the adventure company in the distance. Looks like somebody else has already been through here. So let's go head up and deal with that one now. Cat's Eye Emerald is definitely a very elusive item at times. I have had a character get it on the very first kill. I've had a character sit here for a half an hour or even longer just to obtain it. Let's see how lucky we get on this character. It's very possible that we don't make it to the dry hills today. Yep, there's that wool cloth that I was expecting. I suppose we're ready to head inside the cave now. Try to find some extras. I was hoping we can kind of just hang around outside while everything respawned. Looks like that still might be the case. Let's see if we can continue to do that. Things could get a little bit messy inside the den. 2 other players outside might be a little bit too difficult. This isn't really one of those quests that you really need to group up for. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to loot like every other mob. You guys are going to be like in different, different spots and whatnot. Yeah, this is an absolute mess. I do not want to be a part of this pull. Hopefully they can handle it, because if they run back, they might all pile up on top of us. And that would not be good. The other unfortunate part about the Barrens is that I'm pretty sure there's just like one graveyard. Which is not good. It's very far away. It's basically at the crossroads and that's it. Oh boy. Yeah, we're having some troubles. Screech has actually been very nice as an AoE, AoE threat generator. And our pet is dead. That is not good for us. So we're gonna have to hopefully wing clip this guy. We do have a potion. Let's concussive shot him and let's get out of here. I figured things would get pretty messy in here. Still no Cat's Eye Emerald, unfortunately. Back outside, let's go ahead and revive our pets. Still a decent amount of players outside, so it looks like we're going to have to go back inside. Yeah, we're definitely not getting to the dry hills today. Those harpy rings are a fairly low drop rate, I think. I guess we can join a group. I mean, if we keep getting the crazy respawns that we're getting before, then this is probably a good idea. Definitely don't want to pick up a third person though, so hopefully our teammate here won't invite anybody else. Looting every 3 mobs would just be a little bit too ridiculous. We couldn't loot any of those enemies, so I'm assuming our warlock friend here took out a few others. Yeah, still nothing yet. I'm gonna leave the group just to increase our odds a little bit. Starting to not see so many enemies at this moment. Yeah, being in this cave is rough with the dead zone that we have as a hunter. It's hard to find a good spot to stand. outside of the den once again. Still nothing. Always a fun quest. Yeah, I think it must be somewhere in between like a 3 and 5% drop rate, I would have to think. It sounds about right. Kill about 20 to 30 of them maybe on average. I feel like we've probably already done that, but this character is just not as lucky as some of the other ones we've had in the past. Suppose we can try the cave again for a little bit. I love the AoE threat that we can get out of Screech. It's really cool. And there it is, finally. Cat's Eye Emerald. Let's pull this guy off of our pet for a second. Get a wing clip on him. Do a little bit of kiting. No, I don't want our pet to die again. Let's get our loot and get out of here. Don't have a whole lot of time left, unfortunately. Okay, let's see if we can at least collect as many raptor horns as we can for the remainder of the episode. I think what we're gonna probably end up doing is, let's see what kind of quest items we have in our inventory. It's like a decent amount. Because I think as far as Silverpine goes, there's not going to be like a whole lot that we need to do in Silverpine. There's stuff that we could do, that we could push if we wanted to, but I kind of want to get back to like doing lower level green quests. And while we're going to have a couple of those in Silverpine, we're not going to have too many. So maybe what we'll do is we'll start in Silverpine in the next episode. And then once we've done like, you know, whatever quests are green, you know, the next two follow-ups for Aragal's Folly, the Decrepit Fairy, we can handle those, and you know, maybe the Ambermeal investigations too, and then we can hearth back to the Crossroads and just kind of finish leveling up in the Barrens after that point. So if we're gonna do the stuff around the sludge fields, we're gonna want to do that soon. Those quests are starting to turn green. Or I don't know, you know, maybe we don't care about these quests too much. We're getting to the point where, you know, we could go into like Stone Town Mountains soon as well. So kind of we're in a situation right now where we have an overabundance of quests. Especially considering that we're also going to be running Wailing Caverns multiple times. We did get to exactly where I thought we would be at least, which is halfway through level 17. And yeah, we shouldn't have a problem hitting level 18 in the next episode, and then we're going to collect all the quests that we can for the Wailing Caverns. And we're going to get to work in that dungeon. Cool, that is our final raptor horn that we needed. So let's use our Hearthstone. We'll turn in our quests at the Crossroad and in Ratchet. And we'll have to sort through our cloth, our leather, stuff like that. Might be able to take care of that in the next episode too.
Greetings, strength, farewell.
Blood and thunder.
Pay a quick visit to Ratchet. Let's open up our map real quick. Yeah, I don't care to do Ignition or any of the quests around the Sludge Fen, really. Maybe we skip out on this. It is a little bit out of the way. I think the quest follow-ups do send you back into the Boulder Lode mine, but I don't know how much I care to go back in there. I feel like all of the good gear upgrades that we're going to get are going to come from Wailing Caverns. I feel like that's all I care about. I do want to take care of the Harpy-related quests, though. That is going to be the only reason that I would want to head back up there.
What's up? Glad I could help. Hurry back. Keep it real.
I think this is probably going to be a Wailing Caverns quest, so I'm glad that we took care of that at least.
Glad I could help.
I picked up a cloak. It is slightly better than what we have now, so that's cool. Actually looks pretty cool too. Yeah, we actually got farther than I thought. We did a lot of grinding today, so I guess I'm not terribly surprised, but we're pretty close to level 18.
Time
We're
is money.
pretty close. All right. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for me for today, guys. We are going to be at level 18 without our updated abilities and whatnot, I guess, for a little bit, but it's not a terrible thing. We'll be sure to pick those up towards the end of the next episode. We'll start in Silverpine in the next episode. We'll see what kind of quests that we have, and if they're not going to take it terribly long, then we'll just hearth back to the Crossroads and continue questing in the Barrens. As always, I appreciate you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.